Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. People have different expectations for luck. What you're seeing in front of you is kind of ridiculous. 20 crystals open. I opened 10. 2.4 full early access bundles with the crystals. Although technically 2.4 in the game, 2 on the website, because you get 12 crystals for trading in 6 boosts. This was so ridiculous to see the 7-star awakening the 6-star and the 5-star and the 4-star in 20 crystals. I didn't even get the 4-star in 1 crystal. And you got a 4-star sub-featured and a 5-star sub-featured. This would be kind of crazy if it was 100 crystals, but it's 20. So the Steward of New York blew my mind yesterday when he messaged me when the early access bundles came out and sent me the screenshot. Now, I talked to people I trust, shout out Kick Rocks, about Prowler. I was told he does not need to be awakened, and he's kind of complicated. And so I said, well, the Steward of New York, is there any gameplay you would like to showcase for the community that I can basically showcase in a video? This is the 7-star at rank 2. Now, this is, of course, the norm standard Winter Soldier test. And let's say you've got an unawakened 7-star Prowler that you're having fun with. You can notice he's got those full recoil masteries. Damage is very average to start. I feel like this is a 7-star that's starting out like hitting like a 4-star. But the damage over time does get better, although it's, again, not that impressive. Now you're seeing it really stack up, but part of the problem is it stacks up for bursts and then it goes away. This is like the opposite of Nick Fury putting a bunch of bleeds on somebody. And when I see, let's say, rupture damage for 500, I think, I know 4-stars that can do that. So right now, this is a champion that I feel like could already use a tune-up. I predict, based off of how complicated he is to use to the average summoner and the numbers that are showing, I predict he'll need at least a tune-up. I think 7-star Prowler might already need a tune-up. I am still seeing numbers, especially when it comes to hits, that we have seen God tier and beyond God tier 4-stars do against this fight. And I'm not saying that he's playing perfectly. I don't know enough about him to make that judgment, but I'm sure there are people in the community that do. For a while, Kabam made aggressively mid champions. They weren't spectacular. They weren't terrible. They were just kind of in the middle because it's easier to buff a champion and to please the community than it is to make an OP champion that's going to have some kind of nerf to him. But for that many hits, try 4-star Hyperion and just parry heavy and see how long it takes. And compare that to 7-star rank 2 Prowler. Now we have OG Spidey, White Tiger, Gladiator, and Black Cat, who are here their own synergy team. Look at those ruptures. I don't know. I feel like I'm looking at a 7-star that just kind of hits like a good 4-star. The rank 2 part of it kind of breaks my brain because that's a lot of really important resources or an important rank up gem to target somebody that Again, the damage is impressive, but it falls off. We're used to seeing damage over time. Think of somebody even like Black Widow Deadly Origin, particularly if you've got her Ascended. Those shocks are just going to continue to give you more damage, but now you've got these nice bursts of what appears to be damage over time, like effects with the ruptures. But then it just goes away. If it stayed on even a second longer, that would be a big difference, but not big enough to make me think I definitely need to rank this guy up. And this is with a full synergy team too. It is always a hot take in some people's eyes to say 24 hours-ish after somebody's been released, they already need a tune-up. But I think this is the best evidence I can see that if you were to just cover, just play this game, cover the stars of this champion and pretend based off of the damage alone how many stars the rarity was. I would honestly say at most 5 stars, but it could be a 4-star. I'd probably safely guess a 5-star, and obviously I would be way wrong. Also, for somebody who's utilizing this mastery setup, it doesn't feel like, compared to other champions, he's getting the full benefit. There are going to be times, though, where champions like Prowler are going to help you save units and revives based off of certain nodes or things that Kabam crafts intentionally. Doesn't appear to be the best or even really a qualified defender, and now is an attacker. Just really underwhelming. And this is small amounts of data, but just out of the bin, pretty disappointed in what I can see. I really appreciate, after such insane luck, the Steward of New York sending over the gameplay, and the luck submission makes for a really fun thumbnail too. But overall, I don't know, maybe I'm being Mr. Negative again, but I can't say I'm impressed. More like the definition of, at best, mid.